Thank you, everyone, and thank you for the invitation to speak today. I really appreciate it. Oh, I guess I'm much shorter than Nikki. And she's a very hard act to follow. So I'm going to tell you about AVAVA. AVAVA is a company that has been in formation with our team for a long, long time, and it comes from the learnings of all the years of breakthrough innovations in aesthetic lasers. The team that created the vision for AVAVA is the team that brought the majority of the devices into the aesthetic channel today. Rox Anderson, Dieter Manstein, Henry Chen are my co-founders. And what we really wanted to do is change the paradigm completely and improve it for the future. What does that mean? It means you need to address some very significant challenges. You know what the past is. There are a lot of devices out there, but ultimately there are limitations. Those limitations have to be acknowledged and they have to be fixed. And it's this team that brought those into the market, and it's this team that's going to bring the next wave of products into the category. Low downtime is one of the top needs, great efficacy, and very important is the ability to easily treat all patients, all skin tones, all ages safely. So when I talk about all skin types and all patients, this is actually a very important element. What we know today, and this is known within the aesthetic category, is that the majority of patients that are in the channel still are Caucasian white. Darker patients are still very much underrepresented. And if you go to energy-based device procedures, which are very important for all sorts of conditions, from pigmentary down to rejuvenation or skin quality, these patients don't have choices. And that is a consistent learning that over the last 30 years of these technologies being in the field. That is something we're going to change, and we're doing it from the fundamental side. We just completed a survey of over 10,000 women from 25 to 69 years old to really confirm that from a consumer perspective, these patients are looking for these procedures. What are they looking for? Are they actually motivated? Will they spend on these procedures? And in fact, our research has shown that there's almost twice as many consumers that are interested in what are called rejuvenation, skin quality, acne scarring, all of the things around your skin that make your skin look healthy and young, look more even. It's twice as big as the injectables market today. And that motivation from these consumers is enormous. Another element in this is really understanding who are the women of color and what are their individual motivations. We can't actually treat these patients as if they're all the same. Different subsegments of skin of color population need different things. Skin ages at a different rate, and their desire for solutions is different. And that leads to the need for personalization. AVAVA is pioneering a new class of products that are based on focal point technology, which allows us to personalize the treatment at its source. We can finally deliver energy exactly where you want it. It can be superficial or it can be deep with a very high level of precision. And to do that, we're powering it for the future with the future of imaging. Every one of our products has an integrated advanced visualization system. So while in the past, everything was experiential, today, our products are going to be coming out with video rate dermoscopy capability inside that powers intra-treatment and inter-treatment intelligence. This is absolutely critical to enable treatment that is consistent, that is future-facing, and that solves the problems for each patient. I believe that the future of dermatology has to be smarts, has to be automation, and it needs to be frictionless. A physician should not have to learn how to reinterpret images in order to deliver the best therapy. It should be part of a therapeutic procedure, and alongside, we can now start to see what is the efficacy between treatments, how do you optimize these procedures so that each patient gets their ideal result irrespective of their skin color. This starts to get to what I believe is going to be the future. If you're treating patients of all types, I've heard this from many physicians, They're not actually looking to try to bring in more patients to their practices. They want to treat all their patients well, and they want to treat them equitably. The fact that they have to select patients, how they treat their patients in advance, and be able to say yes to a patient that traditionally they've had to say no to is a big part. In the process, we are going to be collecting a massive amount of actionable data on every skin tone that we believe is going to empower dermatology in the future. So now you go to how do you create the future-facing commercial model. I love the talks from this morning because they actually speak to exactly what we believe is the vision going forward. Technology needs to be integrated seamlessly into our products, and technology needs to be the future. That means before, during, and after treatment, a fully connected experience. We are a digitally enabled platform with visualization, with advanced imaging, and this is going to enable how products are used in our category going forward. This is not another box. This is the therapy of the future in aesthetic procedures. So a few before and afters. We have 2 products that are in advanced stages of development. Our first product is already FDA cleared, and our focal point fractionated product allows you to have the full 3-dimensional therapy, and importantly allows us to dial exactly what we want for the outcome for that patient, irrespective of what their skin tone is. And we're doing this naturally. You're rebuilding elastins for solar elastosis. You're finally able to treat dyschromia really effectively or treat deep. Interestingly enough, there's a big unmet medical need within the African American male community, and we believe this is going to be the breakthrough for this particular category. Treating PFB, which bothers 83% of all African American men today, is not done. This is a condition that can be treated safely with lasers, and our technology is achieving this. Natural results is something that everybody is looking for. Natural results with longevity means you've got to deliver energy deep, you've got to deliver energy where it's necessary, and you want those outcomes. And you have to do it with minimal to no downtime and with minimal to no pain. Our second product addresses the next category of the major unmet medical need, and that is pigmentary disorders. When you think about pigmentary disorders where there are topicals out there that treat the epidermis, in fact, what is well understood is it's the deeper pockets of pigment that are really resistant, that there are no good solutions. And when these conditions are being treated in skin of color, patients of color have a lot of pigment at the surface, and that is in the direct line of the therapies that you are trying to affect. That means we can finally dial deep, not touch that epidermis below. How do we do this? As our focal point technology came to our pigment platform, it actually uncovered that we have a new mechanism of action using thermionic plasma that is created only in the cells where the pigment lives. That means there's no collateral damage. I can go subsurface, and that gives us a high level of precision to affect the efficacy that we need deep. So a few more before and afters. Obviously, melasma is the holy grail, and we are not trying to compete with topicals in the epidermis. There's some good solutions there. We're actually trying to treat where no one else can treat today. So this is the future. It's a connected platform. It's treating all patients and enabling this to be simple for all practitioners. Thank you very much.